Okay, I think we're going to get started. I'm Carrie Hugus. I'm the Community Outreach Specialist at LPA. I may have met a few of you at some of the scholarship fairs that I've been attending this past month. I'm going to share my screen. I have given you um, permission to talk, so if you don't see my screen, please let me know because it is a PowerPoint that we're doing this evening, so please feel free to speak up. I don't want anybody to miss out. So hopefully you'll be able to see the PowerPoint that I have on my screen. I'm going to give you guys a minute. If you can't, please let me know now. Okay, we'll get started. So, we're going to be talking about our LPA scholarship program, and the agenda for this evening is we're going to talk about who can apply, the types of scholarships that LPA offers, how to submit a strong application, some of the common mistakes that we see with submissions. There is going to be opportunity for Q&A, and then we're going to talk next steps. So really the purpose of the LPA scholarships is we're here to empower our future workforce. Really what these scholarships are designed to do is we really hope that one day we're going to have a recipient of one of our scholarships come back and hopefully maybe work for LPA one day. Or maybe you'll consider a career in a rural electric cooperative one day. I myself, we have so many different majors that participate to make this company happen. I'm a public relations major. We have engineering, we have accountants, we have an attorney. So it really does take a lot of different types of talent to keep our cooperative going. So who can apply? So it's open to graduating high school seniors and GED graduates. Membership within the LPA, so that means that you must reside in our service territory of La Plata and Archuleta counties, and then graduate from any high school or a GDA recipient within our service territory. Again, that's La Plata and Archuleta County. And then this would be your first year of enrollment in a U.S. college or university. And of course, as I mentioned, we're hoping that you might want a potential career in a rural electric cooperative one day. So we're offering two LPA scholarships this year. Both are $28,000. It would be $7,000 a year for 4 years. And this scholarship program, it's designed for college-bound individuals planning to attend a U.S. institution. It covers tuition, fees, books for 4 years. The criteria for this is full-time enrollment and maintaining a 2.5 plus GPA for the first year and 3.0 for the year after that. And this is
Carrie,
a photo of our recipients from last year. And is there a question?
yes, I apologize for interrupting.
That's okay.
My my screen shows your PowerPoint that your screen share is working, but it's not on presentation mode, so I'm only seeing the first slide.
So you're seeing this slide here. So not
Yes,
that slide. Thank you
yes.
for
I don't know
telling
if
me.
that's for
Okay,
everyone
that
or just
helps
me.
me. I'm so
Yeah,
happy you told me that. Okay, so I'm going to stop this. And we're just going to do this a different way. I really appreciate you letting me know that. Okay, so agenda here. We'll just click this way. Can you see the agenda?
I can, but it's not
Okay.
in presentation mode. It's in
Yep.
slide viewer mode. Okay.
Yep. I think we're going to keep it this way because for whatever reason, when I hit the presentation mode, it's
Hmm.
not showing you that screen. So as long
Okay.
as you can see this information, I know it's a little awkward, but I think we'll just go with that. So everybody can see the
Great.
agenda.
Thank you.
Oh, thank you. And then this was the purpose statement that we talked about. I know this was a little awkward. I apologize. And then we were talking about who can apply and then our LPA scholarship. Is everybody caught up?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I'm so glad you mentioned that. Okay, so this is our LPA scholarship that we were talking about. These are our two scholarship recipients that we had last year. And then the application checklist for this scholarship program. 500-word essay that we'll need, and a high school transcript, list of honors and extracurricular activities, two letters of recommendation, and there's an optional description of personal challenges. And we'll go over this in a little more detail. The next scholarship offering from LPA is our John Volker Memorial Scholarship. There's two scholarships available for this. These are our two recipients that we had last year. It's $5,000 per year for 2 years, covers tuitions, fees, books, tools. And you must maintain full-time enrollment for this and meet a graduation requirement of 2.5 GPA for eligibility. This program, it's really designed for vocational, technical, junior college. That would be the primary focus that our um, selection committee would look at. If we don't have any strong candidates in that category, it's also open to a 4-year university, but they're really hoping the intention behind this was to promote vocational, technical, junior college. The checklist for this one is the same as the LPA scholarship. So 500-word essay, a high school transcript, list of honors and extracurricular activities, two letters of recommendation, and then we also have that optional description. And then LPA does offer our line worker scholarship program. There's two of these, $12,000, which is a full ride to line worker school. And it covers tuition fees, books for 1 year, and if there's any funds available, you can use those towards tools and supplies for the trade. The checklist on this one is a little bit different. There is we're looking for interest, so express your interest in the line worker program. You can submit that as an essay or a video. We would like high school transcripts. We're really looking for your math grades on this one. And then two letters of recommendation. And then again, we have that optional description of personal challenges. So how do we choose? We actually have a selection committee, and we have 10 volunteers that are in our community that are in both La Plata County and Archuleta County. We generally have an average about 40 applications, and the 10 volunteers, they read through every single application. I think that's important for you to know because some of the tips that we're going to talk about is to help you convince 10 people to select you for this scholarship award. Each application is carefully reviewed. It's not an AI generated program. It is human beings that are reading your application, and there's sort of a Rubik scoring system that they give for every single submission. When they're reviewing essays, when they're reviewing your transcripts. And then the final selections are made by the whole group. It's not one individual. So you really think about this, that you're trying to convince 10 people, 10 volunteers to select you to be the recipient of our scholarship. Let's see here. Where are we? Okay. So let's talk about the essay. And this is going to be for those of you who are interested in applying for the LPA scholarship or the John Volker scholarship. And really the essay, it's really everything. So that's going to be the highest weighted. Um, it's the first thing that the selection committee is going to look at. And so it's truly tying that essay into linking how your goals, your career goals, are going to support a rural electric cooperative. And so they're really looking for that connection. So instead of saying, I want to be an engineer because I like math, or really tie that into, I want to study electric engineering so I can help modernize rural power systems, and improve grid reliability for communities like ours. I mean, they're really trying to make that alignment of what you're studying could potentially be a career path in a rural electrical cooperative. Be specific about your essay. Show you actually understand what a co-op does. That's very helpful. With your activities, we're not looking for the amount of activities, so you're not going to win points that you had 20 clubs that you belong to. They're really trying to understand about you, about your leadership skills, your commitment skills, your how your initiative skills that you have. If you have a job, I would include that. That counts. If you've supported your family, that counts. Those of you that may work on a ranch, all of that counts. So it isn't necessarily think out of the box with your activities. It could, of course, be a club, but include everything that you're doing that would give back to our community. They're looking for commitment and impact, if that makes sense. And then for letters of recommendation, what they're really looking for is not the generic letter that you're getting from your school principal or your counselor. They really want to know who you are as an individual. So these letters of recommendation, they should be personal. Think about maybe the if you had somebody that you were babysitting for and they really know who you are after all of these years, that would be a great resource for a letter of recommendation. If there's any specific stories that they can tell about you, your work ethic, your leadership, why would you be a good investment for LPEA for your scholarship? That's really what they're looking for. So think a little bit out of the box. They don't want that standard, we recommend this person from somebody they can tell if they don't know you. So if you want to win points with the selection committee, make sure that it's personal and make sure that it supports your story. So when we do offer an opportunity for you to maybe talk about any personal challenges that you have. And the reason the selection committee decided to start this a few years ago is sometimes things happen in life. So for example, they were seeing applications where they may have had a student that had really strong grades their freshman year, and then they slipped, right? Their sophomore year or their junior year, and then they came back strong their senior year, or maybe it was the opposite. They had strong grades or their activities dropped, or life happens to people, and the selection committee realizes that. And so this is your opportunity to address any potential holes that you may have in your GPA, your activities. Maybe there's something that you have overcome, a challenge, or something that you've learned, an opportunity that you've grown. This is the time that you can address that. This is optional. It is not something that you must complete. It's just a way that the committee felt that it could add another layer to your application. It should show growth. It should show responsibility. It should show strength. That's what the committee's looking for. So I'll talk a little bit about the line worker scholarship. This is a little bit different on this one. So we want to know, why do you want to be a line worker? And so we're not necessarily, if you submit an essay, we're not looking for grammar, we're not looking for perfect writing. That's not a skill that a line worker would need. So don't let that throw you. What we really want to know is we want to understand, why is this career path interesting to you? What motivates you for this kind of work? You can submit a short essay on that. If you prefer, you can also submit that answer in a video. What we're really looking for with the line worker, is math. Math is pretty key. You'll need to have pretty strong math skills for this profession. There's a lot of math involved in this trade, from measurements, calculations, of safety systems. So your transcript will have to show your math classes and that you can demonstrate that, yes, you can handle this workload and understand the math skills. Be very careful when you're submitting your scholarship application. We do clearly list everything that the selection committee requires to review your application. If anything is missing, it is an automatic zero. You are disqualified. So I would check, double check, triple check. They want to make sure that those applications are signed. They want to make sure that your essay, your grades, your activity, that entire list is included in your application. So don't miss out on a potential opportunity because you missed one of the steps. So here's some of the common mistakes that we see. One, missing the deadline. Our system will automatically shut off all the applications midnight, March 1st. So please plan ahead, submit early. Make sure that you give us correct contact information. So how this will work is we will notify you in April one way or another. If are selected for the scholarship, we call you. And so please make sure that your phone is set up to receive phone calls. Make sure your phone is set up to receive voicemail. Make sure that you have the correct phone number on your application. And then we also communicate with you after that via email. And so make sure that you are following your email, looking in your junk email. If you are not selected, we will send you an email and let you know that you were not selected. And that, again, all happens in April. So I can't tell you how many times we try to reach out to students to let them know about their applications, and we have wrong phone numbers. We don't have the right correct email addresses. So for our scholarships and any other scholarships that you are applying to, please make sure your contact information is correct. And also, please make sure it's professional. So if you haven't set up your voicemail greeting, I would do that. And then also please make sure that your emails are professional emails. That would serve you well, not only through the scholarship application process, but I would think your college process and if you're looking for jobs. Don't wait until the last minute to ask for your recommendation letters. Um, if you haven't already, I would reach out tomorrow and make sure that you give your references plenty of time so that they can be thoughtful about their recommendations. And then what the selection committee is really looking for is they're reading through 40 applications. Many of the people that sit on our selection committee have done this for several years. They can spot a generic application from a mile away. So please make sure that you're thoughtful about this. Please make sure that you're putting in your best effort. Um, and you're not just applying to any scholarship. You're being very specific to our scholarship process. And I would recommend that for pretty much any other scholarship that you're applying to. So I'm going to pause here and open it up and see if anybody has any questions for me about what we've just talked about.
I have a quick question about the references. Um,
Yes.
I haven't been able to open the application. Well, I think I clicked on it, but so I don't know. Are reference letters sent via email, or how do reference letters get delivered to you guys?
Yeah, so we'll go over that application process next, but it would be an attachment
Okay,
that you would do with the application.
okay. They are anonymous. Like they can be sent without the directly to you, or are
They
they
can be.
something?
Yes. So there's two options for that. So if they have their reference letter and they want to send it to the student, and then the student can attach it with their
Okay,
application, that's the first option. The second option is there is an email that's listed on the application, and they can send the recommendation letter directly to the email.
thank you.
But make sure they list who the student is so we can put it with the application. Yeah.
Got it.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Good question. Any other questions? Okay. So I want to talk next steps. And we're going to go over how you can prepare for your application. Make sure, like I said, compile all your necessary documents. I do want to give everybody a note, and this is on the application, and I'm going to show that to you next. Our system does not save. I wish it did, but it doesn't. So what I would recommend is make sure you have all your documents gathered, that essay ready to go, and then submit it all at one time in one sitting. I'll say that again. Our system does not save. I wish it did. So gather all your information ahead of time, get prepared, all your ducks in a row, and then sit down, fill out the application, submit all your documents, and send in one sitting. Our applications are online. You do apply online. If you have any questions, this is the email. So please don't be afraid to reach out. I monitor this email and I will get back to you. Don't miss the deadline. Submissions March 1st. And as I mentioned, everybody will receive notification in April. So I want to go into our website right now and just show everybody. So how you get to the application process is go to our website, and it's going to be under community and news, and you'll go down here to scholarships. And so this is our page. Many of you were probably on here when you registered for this. If you scroll down, you'll see the three different applications that you have that we offer. The LPA scholarship, John Volker, the line worker. If you click on here, then you'll see we list out eligibility. So make sure you reach, that you meet all these eligibility requirements. Just so you know, we do double check eligibility in our system, and then make sure that you have all of these documents prepared and ready. And then if you keep scrolling down, this is where you're going to find the application. So as I mentioned, we put in here before you start, this application cannot save, so be ready to go. And then you'll just fill out the application. And then you can attach your documents down here, and then make sure you do sign and have your parents sign the application. If for some reason you have any issues with your files, we talk about the maximum is 25, how to compress your file, but you can also email them to me at the email that we listed, and make sure you put your name on it. So I make sure it gets in with the right file. Any questions about this application process? Okay. Well, that's really all I have for you this evening. Please feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions between now and March 1st. Again, don't wait till the last minute. And I appreciate you joining me tonight, and I hope that this was very helpful. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Carrie.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
you.